You know, I think the thing is not so much getting wet. It's when your gear gets wet. That really sucks. So if you're if you're day tripping, you got some wet equipment to take off at the end of the day. If you're going from one point to another, you're staying overnight somewhere else. You don't have any more clothes so maybe a 2-day trip. Well, that's a shame. Things get a little bit more difficult. But if you're on a long trip, you got one pair of boots and you're spending days or at least hours slogging through the water. Your boots are not going to have a chance to dry out. Your gloves are not going to have a chance to dry out. Your jacket, depending on what it is, if it's leather, it's not going to have a chance to dry out. So, yeah, long trips can be difficult with water and weather. But that's one of the many facets of the journey, I guess, right? It's not adventure until the first thing goes wrong. I can't remember what the saying is. Adventure starts when things go off the rails. There's all kinds of ways to say basically the same thing. But basically, an adventure is not an amusement ride where you get on at this point and you get off at the same point. You go in a big circle and, I don't think that's really adventure. And it's like when I first started taking adventures, I was talking with guys that were true adventurers. And one of them in particular would say, the same thing. He would look forward to that thing breaking, and I would be like, why? Why are you welcoming sorrow and heartache and pain? Why is that a thing? Why would you look forward to not riding your motorcycle? Why would you look forward to sitting sweating with your hands all greasy, wrist deep into your crankcase fixing crap? Why would that be a thing? I mean, sure, everybody is probably going to look back on that one time or that 3 times that things broke and you wound up surviving despite the fact that things broke. I understand that. I just have never looked forward to the disaster that's right around the corner. Hell, I don't like flat tires. But I've come to the realization that flat tires are the thing that happens. You're going to get flat tires. You're going to break your bike occasionally. But man, to look forward to disaster, I just never really understood that. But this guy really looked forward to disaster. He really looked forward to the fail. I want to get there. I don't mind a little bit of struggle on the way there and the way back. I don't mind that. But it's those things where you're like, oh, this is overwhelming. My bike's broken. I'm going to spend a week here waiting for parts, or, I got to sell this for scrap and, fly home. That's just not really, I don't like that. I don't like it at all. I don't like that kind of adventure. I would almost rather stay home. Because I can have day adventures here. I don't have to go on an adventure I don't have to drive 5,000 miles to have something break. I can have similar adventures 3 times a week, never leave home. So why don't I do that? But come to think of it, I have been doing that lately, and it's nowhere near as much fun. But it's a lot less commitment. I guess that's why so many guys, you see so many guys riding their motorcycle down to the pub, down to bike night, and that's the only thing you see them doing with their motorcycle. because it's easy. It's not much of a commitment. Oh, this is really nice. I think I must be getting close. There is some money out here. Now that's a spread right there. That's a nice spread too. And I believe they have ponies. They've at least got cows. How about that? That was what, a 2-mile stretch of road that was wet? And I got covered in it. But man, it sure feels nice now. My gloves aren't really wet. They'll dry out soon. My boots are not really wet. They'll dry out soon. Everything else is going to dry out. So I'm in a like little air conditioner now. So this is nice. All right, I think that's the swimming hole that I heard about. Either that one or this one. So I'm being secretive about where the hell I'm going. Because apparently there's some other guys doing the same thing that I'm doing, which I don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem with it, them following my footsteps. I do have a problem with them getting my scoop. And I'm afraid that something like that is happening right now, that these guys are beating me to the punch. They find out what I'm doing or about to do, and they beat me there. And I don't want these guys to be first. Am I wrong? Is that wrong? I mean, if it's my idea, why are you going to jump? Why are you going to jump me like that? Why would you do me dirty like that? In fact, I wouldn't mind if somebody said, "Hey, look, I want to go with you." Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Especially if you got a motorcycle. I've invited several people. And I think I'm here. I think I'm pretty close. There does not appear to be anything left but some telephone poles. Imagine that. Well, hey, you made it all the way to the end of one of my bloggy, talky crap videos. Congratulations. So for your reward, I want to direct you to the hidden community tab on my channel page where I put all kinds of stuff that's probably not interesting to most folks. But if you made it to the end of this video, you might be interested in some of this stuff. So take a look. Community tab on the channel pages and see if there's something that interests you there. It's a good way to communicate back and forth without the rest of the world seeing too. And I'll probably keep putting the lesser interesting stuff over there. Probably most of my bloggy talky crap is going to end up over there. I'm just trying to refine this technique for my big adventure that is coming up very soon. And more details on that soon too. So see you then.